Welcome to this week's segment of Dr. Klein's Info Series. I'm Dr. Ellie Klein, and today I want to answer a question that came up as a result of last week's segment and certainly has come up in the past as well. And it's, can iodine make Hashimoto's disease worse or be harmful to the thyroid? As perhaps you remember seeing last week, I showed this slide and I talked about how the thyroid hormone basically consists of the amino acid tyrosine bound to 4 atoms of iodine, and that's T4. And T4 is converted to T3 with the assistance of the enzyme deiodinase, which is activated by selenium. And basically in the process, 1 iodine is removed, hence T3, 3 iodines remain attached to tyrosine. And I just want to make a point that iodine isn't needed just for thyroid hormone production. The largest amount of iodine is in breast tissue, where it protects the structural stability of cells and can be used to treat fibrocystic breasts. Also, other organs that require iodine include reproductive organs, GI tract, salivary glands, the kidneys, joints, and the bones. So needed for many areas in the body. And iodine has various properties, has antimicrobial and antioxidant properties, and it plays other metabolic roles beyond thyroid hormone production. Iodine intake is crucial, but just like too little iodine can be harmful, indeed, so can too much iodine be harmful. So there's something to it, and I'll explore that and I explain that momentarily. The reference daily intake for iodine is 150 micrograms for an adult and 250 micrograms for a pregnant woman. And Health Canada set the upper limit for iodine intake at 800 micrograms. So the range is between 150 to 800 for over-the-counter use. However, several studies suggested that daily intake of as low as 400 micrograms to 500 micrograms can decrease thyroid function and harm those with Hashimoto's disease. Let's explore that. Now, Hashimoto's disease is an autoimmune condition in which the thyroid gland is gradually damaged, and it may be caused by a variety of pro-inflammatory conditions. Perhaps the main one is gastrointestinal permeability. There may be other stressors as well that can contribute to this, but I won't get into it right now. Iodine may not cause Hashimoto's, but iodine beyond certain levels reduces the activity of the enzyme thyroid peroxidase, which is involved in thyroid hormone production. So while iodine is needed to produce the thyroid hormones, under certain conditions, too much iodine can actually reduce the activity of an enzyme that is involved in thyroid hormone production, and that's how too much iodine can potentially be harmful to thyroid function, can worsen thyroid function. Now, in one study, paradoxically, 78% of subjects with Hashimoto's regained healthy thyroid function by restricting iodine. However, and this is important, this is really important, selenium protects against possible damage from too much iodine. And doses studied were between 100 micrograms and 200 micrograms. So not too high a dose, more than the reference daily intake, but not too high. These are moderate doses of selenium can actually protect against too much iodine, can protect those with Hashimoto so they can safely take iodine, which is needed both for thyroid hormone production and for other functions throughout the body. So selenium is the key here. Now, having said that, there are those who take very high amounts of iodine, anywhere between 1 milligram to 50 milligrams. So such high doses should be administered under supervision with a gradual increase in dose. Now, having said that, at the turn of the century, I meant to say at the turn of the century, in medical schools, medical school students learned that there was a saying that they learned: if you don't know where, what, and way, this prescribe ye then K and I. Sorry, if you don't know where, what, and why, prescribe ye then K and I. And so it was considered a miracle cure of sorts, and it was prescribed the dosages of 1 milligram at a time. And what I meant by the turn of the century, I didn't mean the 21st century, but the 20th century. So at the time, iodine was used quite commonly for all kinds of things, particularly diseases that they weren't able to cure through their traditional means at the time. So hopefully this clarifies this whole question about how much iodine is safe, and whenever iodine is taken, ideally it should be taken with selenium as well to make it safer and make it more usable for those who can benefit from it. Just a reminder that Nourishing Waves Plus does provide 300 micrograms of naturally occurring iodine from kelp and a top up from potassium iodide, so altogether 300 micrograms, and 100 micrograms of selenium to protect against possible harmful effects of too much iodine if people are taking iodine from other sources as well. Also, it contains silica, biotin, magnesium glycinate, vitamin C, B6, and niacinamide for different reasons. And of course, brown kelp is a natural source of tens of different vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and other nutrients. Hopefully you found this segment interesting, beneficial. Again, please do hit the reply button to let me know what you thought of this and enter a chance to win. And what it is provided to you in the content of the email in which this video came along with. Thank you very much for watching.